On a warm, quiet day in Denver,
Every deployment and every disaster changes you a little bit.
the call to help took volunteers somewhere far different.
We've been told to expect the eye of the storm to come directly over Baton Rouge.
As Hurricane Ida slams into Louisiana, volunteers from the Colorado and Wyoming Red Cross are in the path of the storm, prepared for whatever comes next.
We're ready to go.
Andrea Carlson is one of those volunteers. When everyone else is getting out, she's flying in.
Yesterday, when we got off the plane, it was a parking lot on the interstates of people leaving town and going towards Texas.
For now, the dozen volunteers deployed from Colorado and Wyoming will focus on sheltering evacuees. After the storm passes, they'll deploy to the hardest hit towns and neighborhoods, with more volunteers coming soon.
We'll see what happens when the sun comes up tomorrow and see where we need to get in and start providing services to communities that were impacted the most.
If a Category 4 hurricane wasn't enough to contend with, volunteers are deploying to an area with one of the worst COVID situations in the country. Some volunteers are now helping virtually, providing things like mental health services over video chat instead of being there in person.
This allows individuals who still are very nervous about leaving their homes or getting out in public to still provide support and services to those individuals who need it most and to be part of our mission.
The Red Cross says it's also adjusted how it shelters evacuees because of COVID. They now put families in pods in the evacuation centers instead of huge rooms full of cots right next to each other. Jenny, kind of like we're used to seeing in all those pictures.
We're so used to seeing when Red Cross deploys, not just how they handle the logistics of helping people during a storm, but the comforting aspect as well. And I'm just really curious how they can do this job in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah,
it has to be so hard.
Exactly. So much of what these volunteers do is just showing humanity, giving a hug to someone on one of their worst days. And now that's really tough. They aren't hugging people because of COVID. Everybody's wearing a mask. You can't see somebody's face eye to eye, see their smile with a mask on. So that's another challenge that they're contending with in the middle of so many other challenges.
Of all the things they're doing right now to be helpful, a hug cannot be undervalued.
Exactly.
It's overvalued. All right, Mark, thank you so much for your reporting.